At the time, I was shaking and baking like that's the most fun I had in my life. I just got a thrill from swiping that card. Like, that's a high that you not, like when you know that shit not gonna decline and you can go anywhere and get anything you want. I got a thrill out of seeing that receipt print.
How long did you rock for? Like, what was
like a good 3 years.
3 years straight? Wow.
Money conversations, we've been making business moves. Contemplating how to get it, need to get in tune. Different topics, we got options, you can pick and choose. If more income ain't the outcome, gotta switch the mood. We tryna help you to improve, thanks for asking. Road to riches, speak on broker days and past tense. Wealthy habits, lately I just wanna stack chips. Took a risk and we've been running up a bag since. G-Vast Quest, quick to make a couple G's. Detox, spin knowledge, put you on your feet. Bug out, got the plate, make sure to pray before you eat. At the table with the winners, come and take a seat.
And for the next episode of Thanks for Asking, we got the infamous Son of Supreme, P2, whatever you want to call him. We love him in the hood. Our man.
That's right.
Yeah, hold on. My guy. First of all, you my guy. But I felt like, you know, I've been on other platforms and they gave me like a beautiful introduction. I just don't like. I don't like just the infamous part. Like, it gotta be like infamous, innovative, smooth, charismatic. And tell like I need yeah I'm a big myself up on. I'm gonna give myself my own intro. The infamous, the glorious, notorious, most. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm in the fucking building. I'm in the building, nigga. Young Bernie Madoff in the building, nigga.
That's right. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get up and let y'all start the conversation.
Let's go.
There we go, detox. Yo, give him a shout
After that ordeal, our whole bug.
Yeah, the next
we
guest.
apologize for not introducing you.
The next guest y'all got on here, y'all gotta make the guests feel like they're appreciated and they loved. I love Bug, but one word is not enough for me, man. Like, I needed more than one word, man. You feel me?
You got it. You said it.
But sometimes the guests gotta give themselves their own intro. You feel me?
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing. Look, you're a part of history.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're a part of history.
Thank you.
You lived through history.
Thank you.
You got a father that's legendary.
Absolutely.
You got you know what I'm saying? You got cousins, uncles, brothers.
My whole family legendary.
You know what I'm saying?
Mother, grandmother, aunt, everybody.
Everybody is
Really,
a part of that legacy.
definitely.
That's the legacy that you can eat off of.
Definitely.
Not too many people in the hood can say that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a big fact.
Daddy wasn't a rat.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people can't say that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. For sure.
Give some love.
That's a fact.
A lot of people can't say that.
No, it's official when his enemies can't even say that.
That was
They
tough.
can't even say
Word,
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I gotta take my
Damn.
glass. Yo, I gotta take my glass. That was tough.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That was tough. A lot of people can't say
say
You
that.
can say what you want, but you
oh
can't
my
say that.
God.
You can't
That's
say
right.
that. Can't say
That
that.
was elite.
I was watching the Southside movie that Nas produced, the documentary.
No, it was the Supreme Team.
It's a Supreme
That's
Team.
what it's called.
Sorry.
The Supreme Team. Yeah.
The Supreme Team
Based
documentary.
in Southside.
Based in Southside.
Where we at now?
Well, for me, Southside and Supreme is almost interchangeable.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody when you say Southside and you talking to
That's
drug
the first
dealer,
thing. No. When you say, not to cut you off, but when you mention Southside, that's the first thing that people say.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because
Right.
before it was rappers, before it was like you feel me? Southside is the Supreme Team.
Yeah. You can't write Southside's story without Supreme Team.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that
Fucking Hall of Fame
and
right
and
there.
that documentary proved that.
Yeah.
Look who did it.
Yeah.
A Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
Nas is
Yeah.
LL.
Yeah.
Those
you
is
can't.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Right,
that's a
that's
fact.
right.
You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? So-
You feel
And
me?
those are guys that they look
Word.
up to.
Yeah,
Word.
exactly.
That's right.
And those is global pop icons.
Yeah.
That's right.
And people in other countries and overseas, everywhere know LL and Nas, and
Right.
they did that story. Like, so you can just imagine how monumental that was. Like, crazy.
So, you know, to say we're not gonna try to introduce you right, or we're not gonna sit here and
Give me my flowers.
give you your flowers, and for us not to understand what this means for this show, what this means for us, and the honor that we have that you can sit down here and even just have a conversation with us.
I appreciate that.
No, we know what this shit is. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? So I hope that was a better intro.
It was.
I appreciate
It was
that.
definitely a dope intro.
Definitely.
It was definitely a dope intro.
Definitely.
And you right about that. You gotta get your flowers
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
right.
Definitely.
And you know what's so crazy too? I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, yo, like I've been outside for like a long time, and I'm still young. Like I'm only 27. Like I feel like
Wait.
I feel like I'm 27.
Hold on, P. Hold on.
Right.
You 27 years old, right? And the things you've been in already, it seems like you're older than that.
Yo,
I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like I'm in like my 40s, but I feel like I haven't even reached the pinnacle yet. Like I haven't reached
where
my
experience-
potential.
Yeah.
I got so much more stuff coming. Like it give me goosebumps when I explain and I tell people. Like I don't tell people what I'm doing because you can never tell people your plans because it might not.
Yeah.
But I just like I get excited to know
Yeah.
like what the future holds for me. Like I'm excited about that shit.
Just
Right?
take
Like,
advantage
That's
of.
dope for you to be in that space.
yeah, man.
yeah.
I'm in a great.
Just take advantage of what you got in front of you, though.
Yeah.
Always take advantage of that.
I'm in a great mental space. Like I feel like I
Right.
be manifesting stuff. Like I
Yeah,
meditate.
yeah.
I'm in a great mental space.
So let's talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Your father's legacy. Kenneth Supreme Griffith. What does that mean?
Whoa. Kenneth Supreme McGriff. You
So,
can't
I
butcher
apologize.
the big homie name,
Did you say
man.
McGriff? I thought he said McGriff.
No, I
He
said
said-
Griffith. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Kenneth
You know
Supreme
what? You're
McGriff.
correcting everything. We
I got to.
Nah, it's
I'm a
only
Virgo.
right. It's
I'm a
only right.
perfectionist.
It's only
I'm
right.
a Virgo.
It's only
I'm a
right.
perfectionist. You got it. You feel me? You can't butcher the
It's
big
only
homie
right.
name.
It's only right.
Supreme.
No. I like
McGriff.
that because not only that, there was also your family name, and you got to keep that right. So
Put the camera on that. Put the camera on
Right
that.
here.
What does that mean to you?
Everything. That mean everything. Like when you shake somebody's hand,
Yeah.
that's the first thing you do when you introduce yourself to somebody, right? You look at
Right.
me, I shake your hand. So when they see the person who I came from on my hand, like that's everything to me. Like
Yeah.
I'm him, he's me. You get what I'm saying? That's why I got him on my hand. I could have got him anywhere, but I got like that first thing you do
That's
when you
the
meet
first
another,
thing
when you meet a
know
man
why,
and
yeah.
you look him in his
will
eyes, you
for that.
shake his
I
hand.
felt like that with my son name right here. Same
Yeah.
way.
You got-
I felt the
I'm
same
representing
way.
him.
That's it.
That's
You
why
will
I
for
got
that.
it. That's why I got it on my hand. You get what I'm saying?
What was it like growing up?
It was fun growing up. It was fun, and it was weird. You know, it had its ups and downs, but for the most part, like I wasn't even in Queens. Like everybody,
Really?
my mother had me in private school in Manhattan. Like I didn't go to school in Queens.
What school you went to?
I went Holy Cross for elementary school. Then when I graduated from elementary junior high, then I went to LaSalle Academy in the Lower East Side.
Right,
No, not even
LaSalle.
in the village, in the city,
LaSalle,
in
I know where
the
LaSalle
village.
is at,
And
right.
then I left LaSalle and went to Rice in Harlem.
Nice.
And then Rice closed down. Then I went to Cardinal
right.
Hayes in the Bronx.
In Cardinal.
So I was. That's why, like now to this day, like if you see who I interact with, a lot of the people be from uptown, Harlem, Bronx.
Right,
like
right,
I got
right.
so I got ties
Like you
in other
well-rounded.
boroughs.
Yeah.
So when I say like it's more than just big Queens for me, like I'm
Yeah.
really big New York, like
Yeah.
because there's a slogan with the
Right.
Queens dudes, the young
Right.
Queens dudes called Big Queens,
Right.
and salute the big Queens dude. But I'm big New York though, like
That's a
because
fact.
I got family
That's a
from
fact.
Brooklyn, went to school in Harlem, went to school in the Bronx. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm from Queens, like
Yeah.
I'm
So you
really
touched
outside,
everywhere.
really touched everywhere.
That's dope.
That's
Literally.
very dope. Yeah.
When did you realize that you was different from everybody else?
When I was a baby.
That's a good question.
That was
Well,
that, when I was
No,
a,
but when did it come to you that I'm not like this guy here? Like these people respect my dad in a different sense. Like I'm somebody different.
I feel like I figured out that I was different before I even knew who my dad was. Because
Gotcha.
I didn't always know who my dad was. They told me when I was like I heard like little rumors, little sayings,
Yeah.
like people treated me differently.
Yeah.
But I wasn't fully aware until
Yeah.
I was like about 11 or 12 years old.
Right,
But since I was a little kid, like all the black kids, they played basketball. I was
Yeah.
playing baseball. You get what I'm saying? All
Right.
the kids like dressing like this. I was dressing like that. Like
Right,
I
right,
always
right.
felt like
It was a little
I
different.
was a little, you know, like, and they used to call me weird. Like I used to watch like informative YouTube videos when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Sure,
Like
sure.
I was always like into different TV shows on TV. I wasn't just watching like, you know, like,
Yeah.
but I think that also came from me being around older people. Like I'm very close to my grandmother. Like
Yeah.
I was close to the older people. Like even still to this day,
Yeah.
I would like sit and have a conversation with an old guy or old lady, and they have we have no like nothing in common.
Yeah.
But I love talking to older
yeah,
people.
Yeah. You've been holding your own with us. You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
whole time you was here.
I love
Not
talking
even
to older
hold
people.
you up, bro.
Yeah.
So we
Definitely
appreciate
love doing
that.
So how involved was your father in your life growing up as a kid?
I mean, he was gone. So you feel me? Like, it's only but so much how involved the father could be when he's behind the wall. You know, he was gone.
Your whole childhood he was locked
Since
up?
I was like 4 or 5, yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, coming up, you know, a kid don't really know if his father's
That's
gone
what I
like
was
that.
saying,
right?
right?
Because you had your uncles and stuff
like,
around.
no,
too.
Not only that,
not even
though-
I didn't even have my uncles. You know, they was in jail too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I didn't
that's
really
right.
have like
Oh, yeah, that's
the
right,
women
that's
raised
right.
me.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
women
yeah.
raised me. So I'm like Tupac in a sense, because you know Tupac, you
Yeah.
know,
Right,
he was
yeah.
raised
No,
by a
no,
bunch.
no.
He was around
I
a bunch
say
of
that a lot,
women.
though, so I get
And
you.
a lot
I
of
get you.
people compare me, like, not compare me to him, but they say
Right.
like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
you could. They say I look like him when he was a Bishop and Juice, and like they say, yo, I favor him, and like we got a similar story. Like, I was into acting growing up. Like, I did plays. Like, I was raised by women. Like, I'm well spoken. Like, stuff like that. So me and him have a lot of similarities. That's somebody that I look up to also.
Yeah, yeah.
But women raised me for the most part. My uncle started coming home. My uncle came home when I was like maybe 11.
Which uncle you talking about?
Bing.
Okay,
My
right.
uncle Bing came home when I was like 11.
Okay.
So like I didn't have like a strong male figure until he came home, really.
Right.
So what was that like when he came home?
That it was like I was like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah, it
like
was just
I was
spoiled
so
after that.
happy
Yeah.
because when you got a boy that's inquisitive and that's like wanna do so much, but the women like I love women and I don't want them to take this wrong way, but a woman can't raise a man.
They
A woman
really
can't raise a man.
They really
They
can't.
could do. They would do.
And that's for, like,
they would
another
do.
topic,
They
but
would
we
do
can't.
their
They
best
really
job.
can't.
They do amazing job, but they can't because they're not a man.
They
Well, it
nurture.
takes
They
two people
nurture.
to-
They
They
nurture,
ain't
but-
to a certain age when
yeah.
you can't get about 5.
Yeah, but,
you got
but
to
go back.
kind
But to go back to when my uncle came home, like that was so pivotal for me. Like,
Right.
he brought me outside. Like, I was around. I was moving around. Like, I was seeing different shit. I was exposed to different things. Like,
How old was you then? How old was
like
you then?
like around 11 to 12,
11,
around the
12,
same
yeah,
time when I was finding out who my
your
dad
father
was.
was.
Like,
Oh, I got you.
so it was like everything was happening for a reason, but it was happening fast though. So I really went from like academic scholar, straight A's, nerd, baseball player to Supreme Son, Bing nephew, outside the South Side every day.
right.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's an ill
Did that make
transition.
you know what I'm saying? Did that make you want to be in the streets?
Definitely. It definitely at a certain point, it definitely did. Like I was like, yo, like
Especially
this,
when there's an easy connection.
this shit is
right
fun.
there.
Like,
You was covered though, so you really didn't
Right,
have
it's
to
an
go
easy
that route.
connection right
so you
there,
didn't,
right.
Yeah. So that was
it did make me want to be in the streets though. Like
Right.
it was at a point when I was like, yo, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta live up to this name, I gotta like I was like, but
Ooh, living up to the legacy.
Yeah, but
That's a good question.
but
right.
you know,
How important was it to you at that time when you first was finding out who you were that you felt you had to live up to some legacy?
that was my number one priority. More than school, more than girls, more than baseball. Like me
Right.
living up to my uncle, my dad's, and all like the legacy.
And
Like
this
that
is-
was my number one priority.
And
But
this is like from 12 on.
yeah, but yeah, this was like around like 13, 14. Like once I got my feet wet being outside
Sure.
with banging them like for a year,
Right.
then I started getting more comfortable. Then I was around the projects. I was coming to like I was going to different hoods.
Right,
So I'm
right.
feeling myself a little bit now. You
yeah,
get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, and people was embracing me. They showing me a lot of love. So I'm like, yo, like this is like some royalty shit. Like I'm really like, but it's a detriment though. Like me being in the position that I was in was a detriment to me because if I didn't rein myself back in, I reined myself back in on my own. But if I didn't rein myself back in, if I wasn't conscious enough to know what could have led to, I would have been in some. I would have probably been behind a wall right now.
Sure.
But I had to rein myself in. Like it was little things that was happening, and I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the life for me, man. Like I don't think me be.
What was one of the moments?
Well, I was just
When I caught my first case when I went to jail. It was,
How old was you when you
No,
first-
it was way after 30. It was like I was probably like 19, 18, 19.
Right,
But that was my epiphany.
Okay.
Around that time, I was like, yo, like, ain't no girls in here. Like
What you get locked up for?
It was a scamming charge. Scamming.
okay,
Yeah, it was some scamming shit.
But you realize this ain't what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I
Right,
can't.
right,
It's not the
right,
life I want. Like, I love women too much to be
Yeah.
around a bunch of
Men,
angry
right,
men.
no,
And nigga ain't got no commissary. He mad. And then nigga phone his girlfriend cheating on me. I don't want to be around no disgruntled men in jail. The CEO telling you what you. I'm not the type of person that likes people telling them what to do. Like I have a rebellious soul. Like I'm smart. I'm a smart kid, and I take heed to what people tell me. But I have a rebellious soul. Like I'm my own person. So I don't want to be in an environment where somebody's controlling my every move. So I said, this is not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was
So how did your moms feel about that? Being that
About
she
which part?
was you getting involved in the streets.
But the whole time, like me going outside, me doing what I was doing, I still was a straight A student though. You get what I'm saying? So I always handled that because school was easy to me.
Yeah, but
of course she's a mom. I'm her only child. First of all, I'm my mother's only child, right? So a mother, they have a certain connection and bond with their sons, right?
Absolutely.
But not only am I her son, I'm her only son.
Yeah.
And she had to go through a lot. We don't got to get into it, but she went through a lot.
Yeah.
Having me, you get what I'm saying? So she's always, even if I'm 55 years old, she's always gonna see me as her baby. So I'm sure that was like.
That's what I'm saying.
It was
like,
tough
when
on her
seen
mentally.
That, like,
it was
did
tough.
she be on like, oh, you gonna be just like your father or something like
No,
that?
she never was like that. My mother knows that her son is special.
Okay.
So she always knows that whatever I do, I'm gonna be the best at whatever it is I do because she knows I'm special. I was freaking 4 or 5 years old performing songs on the back porch in front of her co-workers. They would come to see me perform. Like I was always acting. I was always I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer. So my mother always knew like, yo, my son is special. Like you get what I'm saying? I know in the back of her mind, she know like. You know, a kid goes through phases where they gotta go through the tribulations, they gotta go through trouble, they gotta get in trouble, they gotta learn, they gotta fall, they gotta get the bumps and bruises. But you know that I'm one of those people that's always gonna overcome any obstacle because I'm really like special, bro. Like seriously, not even to in my own home, but I really feel like I'm the chosen one.
Well, you should, and it works that way.
Yeah, and you gotta feel like that.
You
gotta feel like that. I feel like if you don't have confidence, or if you don't have like confidence, is the best cologne to wear. Right. That's what somebody told me that.
I like
That's
that.
Now that's
it is though.
Gotta pop a collar on that one, Playboy.
We talk about that here a lot of times though with the barbershop, because that's what we selling here. As far as that, we selling confidence as far as getting your hair cut and stuff. So I'm really big on confidence. So when you say stuff like that, like we really keyed in.
Definitely.
So we.
Is that your only case, or did you have more?
I had like 2 more, but they was all scamming, and they was in different states.
All right. So how did you get into scamming first? You know what I'm saying?
Through friends that was doing it, that was ripping and running, and you feel me? They know I had a big network, so I was an asset. Mm-hmm. So it went from me becoming a middleman and an asset to me really digging and indulging in that shit, and me wanting to take over the whole operation, and me like, because I always have the mindset of a boss. I can come in as a middleman, but I'm always gonna be like, nah, I can just do my own shit. You get what I'm saying?
Sure. On Thanks for Asking. Mm-hmm. It's my thing that I love, and I want you to break down the whole business of that scamming. So I want you to, because
don't incriminate yourself.
But listen,
how does that work?
It's statute of limitation. I already done been. They can't. I already done had.
How does that system work?
That's what I'm saying.
Like what you mean? How does the system work? Like what you mean? Like okay, so I'm not gonna say how the system works, but I'm gonna tell you like hypothetically. Okay, you can order your credit card numbers off the black market,
right?
And then you can chef everything up how you chef it up, and you can get busy with it. Like that's pretty much.
What does chefing up means?
See, if you know, you know.
Well, okay.
That's like black market type shit.
Yeah,
no, but that's a good answer. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
No, of course not. But even if you was trying, you wouldn't be able to do it though.
Yeah.
Right. Thankfully, you smart enough.
That's a fact.
He said right about the people who know. They know.
It's a black market. It's a black market.
And if you don't know,
it's a black market. That's exactly what it is. It's a black market.
Right.
But
at
the time, I was shaking and baking like, bro, that's the most fun I had in my life.
Because it's easy paper. It's easy paper.
Of course. But not even that. I just got a thrill from swiping that card. Like, that's a high that you not... Like, when you know that shit not going to decline, and you can go anywhere and get anything you want, and that shit, like...
And
I got
whenever...
my shit... No homo. I got a thrill out of seeing that receipt print. Like, that was like... I love that feeling.
How long everywhere? Like, you just...
I was...
How long did you rock for? Like, what was your...
Like a good... 3 years.
3 years straight?
Nice. Wow.
Good 3 years.
With nothing, with no issues?
Like a good 3 years. Only reason I got caught up the same way I always get caught up trying to help somebody else. I never got caught up on my own accord. I'm too strategic and too meticulous to get caught up. Every single
he doesn't do that now.
Listen. I am legit. I have legitimized myself to the fullest extent.
Right.
I am not involved. This is the disclaimer. This is for the viewers. I am not involved in no illegal activity.
Right.
This is all in the past. But
And
what I was saying
would work.
We wouldn't even ask you if you was still like that.
That was the best time of my life. Like, bro,
Just
like
exhilarating.
like seeing that receipt print up is like, it's no feeling like that, bro.
Right.
Like there's no feeling like going in the store, going to get $17,000 worth of shit, and the receipt is approving. Like,
that's crazy.
yeah, like in one spot, but we was doing like
crazy.
7-8 spots a day.
And it's saying yes, good. It's all
Approved.
good.
Everything is approving. APN. Like my niggas say, it's APN. Nigga, we don't DC. We don't decline. It's APN. It's APN.
That's a big
Nice.
And I wanted to bring
You
it
see
up.
who on my shirt, nigga? This is my idol, Bernie Madoff.
Right. You get
Tell me about that.
Like we
Yo, can you get
like,
his shirt on camera?
Like we really,
You gotta zoom up.
like
Got
we
you.
really like bro, like the scamming was a lifestyle for us, bro. It wasn't just nothing we was like. It was like, bro, like this is like breathing to us.
Right.
Bernie Madoff is the epitome of that. So that's, you feel me?
Ponzi
R.I.P. Madoff, man, the biggest scammer in U.S. history. The biggest scam. That's our idol. That's who we were striving to be. Man, this shit about to make me cry talking about my scamming days, man. That's I sound like a nigga that really loves scamming.
But I bring that up because you can't do that if you don't love it. It's like being a gangster.
No,
Nothing don't work until you love it like that. That's
it
when
ain't
you
even
really
that.
get
It ain't
over.
even. It's addiction, bro.
It
When
is.
you see that, you
But like
get,
he's saying, there's a love for that too.
but it's
That
more
shit
than
coming
love.
at.
It's addiction.
Nah,
You can't
love
help that shit. It's more than love.
You help that
know what I'm
shit,
saying? No, addiction is different. That's hard
Addiction
body.
is different.
Yeah.
It's, like when you see a gangster, that shit is exhilarating for him to know he got that thing on him. He can run down on anybody. Nobody gonna touch him. He got the respect of the streets. This dude here, run up on him, what's up? They know who he is. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Monster Cody and all of them type of people.
Yeah, but that's
That
not adrenaline though. It's adrenaline for him to do it.
It's adrenaline. What you mean?
That's not adrenaling like that. That's what you do. That's what
Pull
you
out
do.
a fucking gun on
No,
somebody.
but you're not doing that like all the time, like every day. Like it's not like every day, see me? It's not every day you doing that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But what he was doing, that's like, oh, I gotta get some more. I gotta get. It's just a different type of
It's
rush.
happening so easy.
Yeah, it's a
That's
different
what
type of
you're talking
rush.
about.
It's a different type of rush. See me?
You
Not
just
saying that's
walk in
not a
there and get
rush,
what you want
but
with
that
the confidence.
addiction right there, that's crazy. That's crazy.
We need to have a gangster in here, and I want to introduce. I want
No,
him
but
to
it's
talk
not.
about.
But
His
I think y'all crossing the lines, getting misconstrued.
Yeah.
It is adrenaline being in the streets.
Yeah.
But like he said, if a gangster is on doing something else, he's not actively hand to hand in the streets. He's not gonna get the same adrenaline because I'm in the stores every day, every hour, every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every day.
It's the same adrenaline, but it's different
Yeah,
types of
it's a
adrenaline.
different type of adrenaline.
It's two different types of
Gangster at this
adrenaline.
time gonna sit here and talk to us. He ain't no real gangster.
Yeah.
This
Because
simple
if
as
he's
that.
killing as much as he's doing
ain't gonna
that,
sit here and talk.
that's
He ain't got no
ridiculous.
business.
It's
You mean
not
when somebody retired?
I don't want to talk to a gangster.
That ain't
who's
gonna make no sense.
now a gangster, but I mean, like, even when you talk to a pimp, it's the same shit.
That's just okay.
You know what I'm
You can use that example.
You can use that
A
one.
pimp is pimping every day on
Yeah,
the hour,
yeah,
every
yeah,
hour.
yeah.
A gangster, he like he said, he's not gonna be outside doing that shit every hour on the hour every day. You get what I'm saying? And not even a gangster, a drug dealer. You mean? Because a drug dealer is actively doing something every day. A gangster,
it's different. Money is different.
A gangster is
Well,
not
Well, 'cause it's not
actively
about. I'm not talking about the money. I'm talking about the
the
lifestyle.
action, the
You know
lifestyle.
what I'm saying?
That rush is something different.
The rush
when
is
you
different.
set
Yeah.
something up
Yeah.
and,
It's like
and
fucking
it
a new
works.
female
and
every
you
day.
see it through. And you see
That's
that
what I was
shit
trying to
through.
say. Yeah.
You set
You
something up
know
and
it's
you
gonna
see
work.
it through.
You know it's
That's the rush.
Yeah, when you
Yo,
a gangster,
bro.
you might get killed doing that too.
Yeah.
That adrenaline that he got, you just winning.
And it's even more adrenaline because a lot of shit can go wrong in the store. Like They might call loss prevention.
A
card might decline and like they hold your card. They might try to line your ID up with the card. Like there's a lot of variables that can happen while you're in the store. So from the moment you drive to whatever location you're going to and you're in that parking lot before you got the car, your heart is like your heart is pumping. Like because you gotta go in the store. Not only do you have to go in the store, but you gotta look the part, you gotta act the part. The card gotta approve. Because if it don't approve, they're gonna be looking at you funny.
So let me ask
like
you this though. That's what I'm saying though. So you prepare yourself. You go into the store. How many situations you been into a lot? You ain't gotta get to quite
how many
a few.
situations with that happened in the store? That where it could have been bad?
That happened to be
close
good.
calls. You talking about?
How many close calls I had in the store?
Yeah.
Maybe like 6 or 7.
What happens in a situation when you go there?
You can't panic.
No. And they say, give me a minute. I got to talk to my manager. And they take your card to the back.
You leave.
What happens in that? Right.
That's a case by case point right there.
Exactly.
Because
do you leave?
with some situations, you just be like, yo, it's not worth it. Get the fuck up out of here, right?
Yeah. Okay, you gotta read that situation.
Yeah, you gotta read it. But if the person that went in the bank still got your card and your ID, and you know that card is a shooter, you might not want to leave that bitch because that card might can go for $80,000. So you might not want to leave that card with that person.
Have you ever stuck around and it worked for you?
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I wanted to know.
That's why that goes back to what I said. You can't panic.
Nice.
You can't panic. Every situation don't cause a panic. If they going in the back. You get what I'm saying?
That had to be the illest rush though when they came back and it was all sweet.
What reason do they go to the back? Because it's too much money? Because it's too much?
It could be a different amount of it can be different reasons. They might just need a manager code to approve on the computer. It might be different things. It might be different things.
You don't know what it is.
Yeah, but
it'll make somebody panic.
It had been a situation when I've been in the spot and I had to knock loss prevention out and get up out of there though. I done been in a spot like that too.
You want to talk about that?
It had been in the spot. It had been a situation where I done had to fucking run down on the person that had my card and my ID, grab my shit back from them, and then like it done bitch like that too. Wow. I had to really use some aggression because niggas like. First of all, I'm not going down in here. Y'all is not getting me in here. I'm not. I'm gonna. And loss prevention niggas be old and fat. I'm putting you out, nigga. Like, word. Like I'm putting you out, nigga. Like I'm not gonna let no old 62-year-old man give me go. No, I'm putting you out. I don't give a. And I'm sorry, but if you get in my way, I'm putting you out. Man. Say it straight like that.
That was dope.
So, what happened when your father found out that you was doing what you was doing? Did you feel like you let him down, or did?
I mean, I wasn't really thinking about. I was just thinking about getting to the bag. You feel me? Like you can't survive in the world without getting to a bag in any capacity. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't really thinking about what my parents was going to be thinking about. Because I was at a point. I was at a point like I'm 17, 18. Like I wasn't even asking my mother for money no more. Like I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
And my mother afforded me a certain type of lifestyle my whole life. Like I was wearing Gucci and Prada loafers to school at 6 and 7 all the way up through high school. Like I was driving to school in Range Rovers. I didn't take no train. I wasn't doing nothing. Like I'm going to school in Mercedes and Range Rovers. I had drivers and shit like that. Off my mother though. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So
what your mom do for a living if you don't mind us asking?
She worked for the city, but she's a high rank. She's high ranking working for the city. She worked for like Medicaid.
Gotcha, but she's in a good position where y'all was good. You was a good lifestyle.
She was good on her own. No drug money, no father money, none of that. It was my mother working.
He couldn't even give her the money.
He didn't have no money. He took everything. He didn't have nothing left. They took everything.
So all this good lifestyle you living is from what your mother did.
My mother provided.
And from her good job.
Yeah, it was all my mother.
I'm glad you cleared that up because everybody would have thought that it was that was your father.
You living off Mom Doogie.
The whole thing was my mother.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
Being that she afforded me that type of lifestyle since I was a kid, diamond earrings, all type of stuff, designer, the belts, coats, everything. Like my mother splurged on me. Like I was like her man. Like she was my sugar mama. Like
she's your queen. She kind of knew what it was though. At the end of the day,
my thing is my thing was. What? Because I know when you're doing it, you're not thinking about nothing. You're not thinking. You're doing.
Yeah.
What happened when he found out and you had to talk to him, or did you ever have that conversation?
He had to get me out of a situation because I needed money from my lawyer. So I mean, we spoke about it, and you know, we had a long talk, and he got me money for the lawyer, and I said, yo, I can't scam no more, because I mean, it comes a point in time where when you look around and you done exhausted all your help, who gonna help you if you get into the next situation?
No, that's a good point.
What's his emotion in that? Like,
well, my father,
he angry with you?
Let me tell you something about my father, right? And this might can come off the wrong way to some ears, and it might be good in some ears, but my father don't have emotions, bro. like my father doesn't show his emotions to another person. To
Right,
like he
right.
like
Not even to you.
he's really like on some militant robot type of thing. Like he don't show his emotions. Whether you're not gonna like he'll laugh or he'll say something to you,
right.
but he's monotone. He's gonna have the same. He's not gonna scream. He's not gonna talk low. He's gonna have a monotone. Like he don't really show emotions, so you can't really read him. Like you can't read. You can't get a read, or if he's mad, or if he's like you can't read him. You get what I'm saying? So we had to talk. He put some things in order for me to take care of my lawyer. The case got thrown out, or got dismissed, or I got my probation for the case, or whatever happened. But it was over after I said, "Yo, I can't do this no more."
Right.
Was that an agreement with him?
No,
Or
it was an agreement with myself.
Okay.
Right. Which
Because
is most important anyway.
when he first told me he was gonna help me with the lawyer, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get out this shit. I'm about to go right back to it. But then, like, as the trial unfolded, like not even trial, but as the proceedings, the court proceedings unfolded, and like everything was unfolding and happening, I'm like, yo, this shit is exhausting.
It ain't
bro.
worth it. It wasn't worth it.
And then a lot of the times, like, let's say hypothetically, I came up 40,000 in the state, right? And then I get busted in that state. I gotta pay restitution back. I gotta pay for my lawyer. I gotta pay to get bonded out. So I'm in the red now.
Yeah,
So all the money I just made, I gotta
Yeah.
give that back in restitution.
Yeah,
And then I still
right.
gotta pay lawyer, bail, all that shit. So I was like, bro, I'm in the red.
Right.
If you get caught, you're gonna be in the red.
Yeah,
So I'm like, and then on top of that, then you got the court proceedings might be 2 years, a year. If you live in another state, you got to keep going back and forth to that state. Like that shit is just too much, man. I said, yo, I'm over this shit.
Yeah. So once you not to cut you off, I understand. What you finished that, right? What was your next plan to get money?
Well,
anyway,
I'm a hustler, so like it could be anything. Like I'll sell shirts, I'll sell glasses, I'll sell love, I'll sell ideas, I'll sell water to a well, and I feel like I can literally sell anything. You get what I can sell myself. Like I can sell I'm a great talker and I'm a great seller. So I literally can sell and do anything. You get what I'm saying? So, but I just feel like God loves me so much. Like opportunities just be falling to coming to me, knocking on my door. So I don't necessarily always have to go out looking for something. Like sometimes the shit'll find me.
Yeah, but you stay positive, so positive things come to you.
Yeah, like and I'm one of those people that like I'll help anybody. Like if I know them, if I don't know them, like I'll give somebody the shirt off my back, because that's what I seen my mother do my whole life. My mother is a giver. Like she gave her friends, she gave family. Like before me, like she gave me everything, but she would give somebody before me. So like I seen growing up my whole life my mother being a giver, so I'm a giver.
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that, because we feel like we like that too. Like us, we same way like that too. We definitely givers, because it comes back, and you gotta look at it like
you gotta put
and
that positive
I'm not
energy.
saying do it just to get something back, but just do it just to see somebody have a smile on their face.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great feeling.
Absolutely.
That's a great feeling.
So what was the first opportunity that came to you after you made that decision? I'm not going back. I'm not doing the scamming no more. I'm not going in the streets. I'm gonna take my legacy and go in a different direction. What was the first opportunity that happened?
A good ass job. Driving a forklift, and I was getting my supervisor. He was the person that he told me, like, the shift is supposed to be 9 hours, but you can come and work 3.5 hours. I'm gonna still pay you for 9. So I was like you can't beat that. Yeah. And I learned. And I was listen. They told me how to drive the big 18-wheeler trucks. They told me how to drive the forklift. They taught me how to do paperwork to be like in the offices as far as handling the shipments and receiving the shipments at the warehouse. Like it was like.
Oh no, he was giving you game.
He was giving me, and he was a white. And he was a white. And listen though, and on top of all that, he was a white guy. So like I tell a lot of people, like, you know how they be like, oh, this white and black thing, and like I don't believe in that, because the people that have helped me most of my life, believe it or not, have been white people. Like I've learned a lot, of course, from black people, of course. My uncles, people like Chaz, people like, you know, but I've learned stuff that those guys couldn't teach me from white guys. You get what I'm saying? White guys have helped me drastically in my life. Even when I was a little kid, I was just telling somebody this story the other day. My mother, her boss, his name was Mr. Finkelson. He was a Jewish guy. He was an older Jewish guy. He was like in his late 60s. Like I used to come from school, come from baseball practice. I used to go to my mother's job after baseball practice because she worked late, and I used to go in his office, and he took a liking to me. Like, he had 4 daughters, so I was like a son figure to him. You get what I'm saying? So we used to go in there, talk about sports. We talk about everything. He would put me. He was telling me about stocks and all that when I was like 9, 10 years old. He's telling me about stocks. He's telling me about investing. He's telling me about rental properties. He bought me my first Columbia jacket. He gave me a Columbia jacket. Like I was like his son. Like he had 4 daughters, but this is an old white Jewish guy.
Yeah, that's dope.
My mother's coworkers, they told me, yo, this guy don't even talk to us. Like he don't talk to nobody. And he took a liking to me. Like, he loved me.
Yeah.
Like we talk shit about sport. Like he taught me how to curse. Like he taught me so much. I was like 10 years old. Like all white people aren't bad, man.
Word.
No.
Yeah, all white people aren't bad, man. No, I'm just talking about how people in the world think. People in the world think like that. Like so.
Well, I guess to clarify, I don't think nobody. I don't want to speak for all black people, but my understanding of when they say racism, it's really not the actual individual. It's more so the institutions themselves that are racially biased.
Like critical race theory, what you talking about?
Things like that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's
a deeper conversation.
Definitely a deep, because I don't want to. Yeah, it's definitely a deeper conversation, and that's not what this is for.
No,
but at least I want to just clarify that, because some people are just think it's just individuals. Like, no, that's not what's the issue. It's usually the institutionalized racism where there's a whole institution that's put in place to. I don't want to say stop. You're benefited from black people's pain.
I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
That, but we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
But no, I agree. Yeah. No. I definitely agree with where he's kind of coming from. I don't all the way agree, but that's something that me. That's something that me you can talk about later on. But at the same time, I'm talking about you though. We agree with you. Yeah. We don't think all white people are bad, and we love the story.
Because it's bad people in every race. It's bad people in every race. It's good and bad people in every race.
Everywhere. Every town you go into. But we loving the story, though. Let us know.
So, did you want to get into media eventually?
In what capacity? Like, with a podcast, with interviews, with like...
What would you think
I'm more so, not so much media, but more so like the entertainment realm. Like, because I can wear different hats in the entertainment realm, as far as like managing rappers or producers, as far as like TV and film, like as far as movies, as far as directing. Like I want to own my own porn company. Like I want to direct pornos.
That's dope.
Is that your dream?
Not a dream. Not a dream. But I would say that's one of my ventures that I'm gonna dabble with. Like I want to direct. Like I just got a knack and like I just love women. Like you get what I'm saying? And I know how to I know how to tell somebody like how to be the best version of themselves. Like I feel like I'm a director by natural birth. So like direct like my 2 favorite things in the world is telling people what to do and sex. So I said I might as well.
I tell them what to do and I love sex.
I might as well direct
porn. You put it together sometimes.
Because I love telling people what to do and I love sex. So you might as well get paid off what you love doing.
That's a
fact.
You should, especially when you're good at it and you can find a way to make it
God, you're funny, dude. Nah, just the way you put it so simple like that. It just sound like
telling people what to do.
You
minimize it to like that's what a man is. That's it.
No, but
you don't get no further than that.
The inception is always this big, and then it turns into some shit.
I'm one thing about me. I'm a big dreamer, bro. Like the people I look up to. The people like I study, because they say when you want to be great, you got to study the great. So like I look up to people like the Diddy's and the Kanye's and like this, even like I watch Steve Harvey inspirational quotes. I watch a whole bunch, and they they all of them have in common that they say like they always was big dreamers, and I feel like I align with that. Like I can be by myself. No, but like I'm an introvert and an extrovert at the same time. So I love being around people.
I'm a
when
Virgo, so I understand what
Yeah,
you're
I love.
You're both Virgos, but I
Yeah.
have some of those qualities too. Introvert, extrovert.
I
Check
love-
out my boy Les Brown, though, but I'm listening to you.
I love DJ Khaled is also another person. I love being around people, but I also love being by myself. So like when I'm by myself, like I just be having so many.
Get your best work done.
I be having even and stuff. A lot of stuff come to me in my dreams too.
Yeah.
Like I'm a visionary, bro. Like I see the stuff that I want to do. Like it's so monumental and it's so big. Like I don't think like you're not gonna get a 27-year-old that's telling you that he wants to be a porn director. Like you're not gonna get a 27-year-old person telling you like he wants to own land and property in different states. You're not gonna get it. Like I'm not the typical 27-year-old. You get what I'm saying? Like I dream big.
Yeah,
bro.
but Kyle, it's not just about the dream; it's applying the dream too.
And I've been doing that. I've been laying the groundwork.
Because everybody can have dreams.
Yeah, I'm
but
not
you
just a
gotta apply
talker.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
You gotta put action behind it. And
No, I know.
yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just
And I
saying.
can say that I'm appreciative to both of y'all. Both of you, listen to both of you guys, because I had a lot of that growing up, but we didn't have much outlets to let those things go. So a lot of those things get kind of buried, but you guys have an outlet that y'all can kind of express a lot of those things.
Younger
And
people.
I
You talking about
appreciate
younger
y'all.
guys?
The younger guys.
Or you talking about me and him personally?
No, the
Young
younger
generation,
group,
your generation, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And hearing y'all express it, you know what I'm saying?
We're
I kind of
business
appreciate that
people.
because I had a lot of
Entrepreneurs.
those thoughts there, definitely. I had a lot of those thoughts when I was younger. And not that I wasn't a young entrepreneur, but at the same time, I kind of lucked up into a position more than I set out to go for that position. Like you guys are more goal-oriented,
oriented.
and you're chasing those dreams, which I like to hear you guys do. You know what I'm saying? I
me too.
promise you.
Me too. Hell
I
yeah.
promise you. I
That's so
appreciate that
inspiring.
from
It's so
both of you guys.
inspiring.
Well,
Especially from young Detox Jones here, because we got a lot of history with this guy here.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to him a little later, but he's a good guy.
I didn't even know he was a Virgo. You just
you guys-
got a couple more.
That's what
more
this
points in my
podcast is
book.
about. That's what the podcast is about.
No doubt.
Shit like this.
Yeah.
Shit like this. Connecting.
It's disrespectful not to be what we are with this level of information that we got out here.
That's a very good point.
You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have that, so that's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely exposed, and
Yeah.
you should be at it. But at the same time, I don't want to act like it's nothing. I want to still give you credit for reaching
To
out to
actually
it, because there's a
doing
lot
it,
of
yeah.
people
Who don't.
at your age group who's still not doing that.
That's a fact.
So the fact that you're out there taking advantage of what
At least that's how I feel about it.
No.
Kyle, that's one thing I wanted to ask you. You remember the first time you came here?
It was with Bing.
No.
It
was-
Tuck, I
It
think.
was with Tuck. It was
Oh,
with Tuck.
okay.
Tuck.
Yeah, shouts out to my
Tuck
nigga.
brought you in here and he
Tuck,
said,
right.
yo, who he look like?
Like word.
And I'm thinking like,
Word.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He said Preem. Then I said,
Then it instantly- what they said, it
Once
instantly-
they say it, it hits you.
Shouts
Right,
out to
exactly.
my
Yeah.
Tuck too.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
another.
Shout
That's
out to
another.
Tuck.
That's another
But
guy.
Bing is our brother. Bing is our brother.
Tuck
Bing our brother.
is
We love
another.
Tuck too, though, man.
Listen, let me go. I'm glad you just brought Tuck up, because I always gotta give people like how y'all gave me my flowers.
Yeah.
Remember how I was telling you like how my uncle started coming home and all that when I was like 13, whatever, like that. Like the males that came into my life, like in my mid to late teenage years, like Mike Geronimo came into when I was in my 20s, but he's also like a
Salute to Mike Geronimo.
He's also
too.
a
He came.
had Mike on here.
Mike is our guy.
Mike is also like in my mid teenage years, my late teenage years, like people like Tucker, people like
Shout out to Tucker too. Tucker's our guy too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tucker.
Yeah.
people like Tucker, people like Chris Gotti.
Yes.
Urge
Right,
brother,
right.
very impactful in my life. People like my guy Joe Black from Baisley. Like it was people like them that they always like a phone. Like for me, like I'm a Virgo, so I could be sensitive sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even like somebody calling me, telling me like. Just asking me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like that shit means the world to me. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you know you don't have to do that.
Yeah, it don't always got to be about money. Like a person
never
don't always
about
want
money.
money. You get what I'm saying? Like somebody just calling you to check on you, or somebody telling you, yo, I'm about to come get you, about to go get some food, we about to go do this, like come do this with me. Like that shit meant a lot to me. Not having males in my life. And then when my uncle came home, it was like, I felt like when my uncle came home, it was a blessing, because that shit was like a domino effect. Like once he came home, then
Filled the void.
yeah, he felt and I don't even talk to my uncle about this, because my uncle, like, he's not really like a sensitive guy, but he don't even know he played such a big part of like who I am as a person. Like he taught me a lot. Like when I used to go to his crib, he used to be like, yo, who you coming with? Don't come to bite by myself. Like certain little thing like that. Like now when people tell me, I'm like, yo, who you with? Like don't come by. Like a lot of values and principles he instilled in me. He don't even know because he wasn't doing it intentionally. That's just who he was. But me, I'm a sponge. So I just picked up all that. But it's beneficial though because you really, I really don't want you bringing nobody to my crib because who you coming with might have their own intentions.
And they not. Everybody's not. Everybody's not. So don't have the same positive intentions.
Like because you can't think for your man. You can't think for your man. You don't know what your man's capable of. And I learned that from people like Bing, my uncle, people like Tucker, people like Joe Black, people like all these men that I was even Chaz, or Spoon, all these people that I was around. Like I learned from all of them. Whether some people might deem them as positive or negative because of what they did in their past life, you can learn from any and everybody.
That's a fact.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I really appreciate certain people that was in my life. For real.
This is what the show is about to me. It's about regular people who make impact in people's lives.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it seemed like every interview that we touched kind of got to the ending of it. It kind of got to that inspirational part where we like, wow, like we glad we did it.
Tell you we can get deep without even really touching shit.
It's more natural. It was natural, organic.
It's definitely organic is a better word.
I mean, I got one question.
Go ahead, shoot. Don't.
He said don't.
Don't.
That's
even,
Mr. Controversial.
Listen.
You don't mind.
Listen, you can ask the question because this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
But if I don't want to answer, I'm gonna just be like, next
That's
question.
a fact.
And if it's about, hold on, before you even get that thought out, if it's about 50 or anybody like that, I'm good off that because.
We had a nice conversation without even none of that. So we good.
Only because like it's repetitive. Like
this is about you, Kyle. It's about you, bro. It's about you,
It was.
Yeah, I knew it was. I knew it was.
I just wanted your feeling of how does it feel when somebody.
You see how? Wait, hold on. This guy's I want y'all. You a real Virgo. Cause I just sat here and told him. I just sat here and told this guy. That I did not. He's still, you a smooth nigga. You a Virgo for real. He's a Virgo for real. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
But it's, and I like to be nuanced with
it. Ill nigga.
How does it feel knowing the legacy your father have? How does it feel when somebody talks bad about that or against that?
Well, when somebody is just even speaking on your name in any capacity, it's admiration. So I don't even feel necessarily like it's hateful or it's anything like you see how I just sat here and told y'all who my inspiration was, the Diddy's and the Kanye. I feel like he might look to Preem as his he idolized Preem because he grew up in Southside at that time. He was younger, so you did idolize that's a fact. So and in a way he's still keeping Preem relevant. You get what I'm saying? So he might. So it might be. And he has a tendency of doing that where he'll give you a alley without giving you an alley. You get what I'm saying? Like him even with the not to get into this too much, but even with the shit with me and his son, like back in the days when that picture first surfaced with me and his son, it was big, right? But when I didn't know him. But look, even with the picture with me and his son, it was big. The picture in itself was crazy. But you know what made it crazier is when he commented. When he went on blogs talking about it, that boosted it. So he helped me without even knowing that he was helping me because he spoke about it. If he would have never spoke about it, it would have been around for that one day and they would have forgot about it. But because he added fuel to the fire, he helped me.
That's a fact.
He keeps people relevant just by mentioning them.
That's a fact.
And I don't know if he's doing that. I don't know if he's doing that intentionally to see what we can do and leverage it as. But he's helping us. And he's a very smart person.
As in marketing,
he said that before. Yes. I think he said that with I forgot who he talked about, one of them Houston rappers or something like that, and he said something bad about him, but the guy didn't react to it, and 50 goes, "Yo, you messed it up. I gave it to you. You're supposed to take that." You know what I'm saying? Because if you notice, if you know, that's how he got on. dissing people. So
He need the reactions to make him look
And
good.
he kind of throwing you the bone back, but not without telling you that. And then you gotta
he don't
pick
want to
that
tell
up.
you because it's
Yo,
not going to seem inauthentic.
one thing about him, he's nothing he does is by accident. He's very strategic.
Yeah.
He's like that guy. That guy is a genius. Dare I say, he's a genius, man. He's a piece of shit too.
Yeah,
But he's a genius though. And I'm the type of person, even I'm comfortable in my own skin enough to give a so-called op or enemy. I can still give an op or enemy credit where it's due. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can say he's a very smart guy. He's like
Strategic guy.
he's a
Yeah,
very
yeah,
strategic
yeah,
guy.
right.
So it's okay. The same way he gave. He'll
credit. To me, that was a big thing when he said that. He was like, yeah, you can say what he want, but he
lived the way he lived.
Yeah, he wasn't a rat. He said he wasn't a rat.
I posted that clip on my Instagram. You know how many views that shit got on my? That shit got 500,000 views on my Instagram.
Wow.
That reel, I posted a reel, bro. That shit got 500,000 views, bro.
Wow.
I never, but that's the most views I got.
Because it's like, you know what that's like to me? That's like Magic and Bird in their prime in the heyday of the rivalry, and then he gives.
No, you know why?
Better yet, no, I'm not even gonna say that. It's when Michael Jordan said Isaiah Thomas was like the second best player next to Magic.
Yeah.
He hates Isaiah Thomas,
right.
and still gave him his credit.
Because he had to. Because he had to.
Yeah.
That's a real man. That's a real
The only
man.
reason why they didn't agree also with the Magic and Bird because I didn't put them equal because they ain't the same age. Like one guy ahead of them.
Okay.
So more like Doctor and somebody else coming later on and doing it. 50's not, and I'm not no disrespect to 50, just that they're not on the same age.
Yeah.
You know, like when he's doing this thing, 50's a kid.
Yeah, they're not each other peers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I meant.
Okay,
And
you're
Magic
right,
and Bird.
you're right.
That's the only thing I was in disagreeing with. But the same, I mean, whatever. But you know what I mean. Right? Yeah, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You got anything, Bug?
Nah.
See, you put him on the spot, he probably would have had something.
I did. I would have.
When you put him on the spot, now you got to think too hard.
But you did a hell of an interview, so I look at you different.
Let me ask
bro.
you this though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, is there anything that you want to touch on that we might not be touching on, and we can just really get?
Nah,
this
I
out?
feel like this shit been going great.
No, man. Do you have anything else that you want to get out, like a project that?
Because I was about to ask you what's next. That's really my last
so
question.
we
Like,
can
I want to
kinda
know
get
what's
that out.
next. Because
I
you definitely hit up with the pornos.
All I can say is that 2023 is going to be very intriguing. And it's going to be a lot of things that I'm surrounding myself by. Like the last 2 or 3 years, I've been manifesting, laying the groundwork, making my connections, rubbing these shoulders, being in these rooms, being in, like networking, and I feel like it's going to be very prevalent in 2023. Like it's gonna all come to a head in 2023, and everything that I've been hoping for and manifesting is gonna happen. Cause like manifestation doesn't happen the next day. Like it's something that you have to continuously do. Like you can't work out in 2 weeks and think you're gonna see the results. Like, and a lot of people
could pop a pill and get
nice, right?
a lot of people like somebody would see somebody like myself, like people that have been in my life consistent, like a girlfriend or a family member or something, they'd be like, yo, you've been trying to do this and it's not working, go get a job or go do this or go do that. But y'all not meant to understand it because y'all living y'all life. So just because I had this idea 4 years ago and it didn't pop off yet, don't mean that it's not gonna pop off, because it's not up to my time, and it's really up to God and the universe time. And you get what I'm saying? And I read something like the guy who made Squid Games on Netflix, that series that was out, he got turned down from 26 different networks. He waited 14 years. And that's the highest selling show that Netflix have ever had. You get what I'm saying? Dame Dash said that it take 10 years to become an overnight success.
Definitely
so people that look at me like, yo, you've been doing this, doing that. Why it ain't pop yet? Cause nigga, it wasn't the time. Now, whenever the time is right, it's gonna be the time. Like my life and my time, it ain't for you, nigga. I'm not living my life for your timing, and that's what a lot of people get fucked up in the world. Like you do you and I'm gonna do me. Like, why you so concerned with what I'm got going on? Like, why does my process have to be rushed because you ready for it now?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, when you go to somebody's house, when you a guest at somebody's house and they cooking dinner for you, you can't keep asking them, yo, how long the food gonna take? Niggas sit down and shut up and wait till they put the plate on the table.
Right.
No, you're right.
That's how I
But
look
you
at
got
shit.
a
Greatness
reality
has
show
no
that's coming out
timetable.
next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Talk about that.
So just to give y'all a little bit about it, it's just basically about the lives of the kids of the gangsters and the notorious people. So it's it's basically like growing up hip hop with American gangster, the American gangster version of growing up.
Hold on, is this copyrighted?
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
Because this shit sounded real good.
Of course
You know what I'm
it is.
saying? I don't want to put it out there.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But it's always been like a show for kids. Like it's been like growing up Gotti's. It's been the
Griseldas.
Yeah, it's always been, but it never was like a show for the urban people. The kids at least. So now it is now, and you get what I'm saying. Like that's gonna
It's already done, or is y'all?
Nah, it's not done, but it's done. It's not done, but it's done. Yeah.
My guy.
Hell yeah.
Yo, before I finish, best business advice you got from somebody from you've been around a lot of your father's a businessman, your uncle's businessman. I mean, they may be on
the best. I've gotten and received a lot of great like theories and perceptions from people and different advice, but you can't do something if you're doing it for money. Like, you're gonna fail if you strictly doing it for money.
You will for
love
that.
is better, right?
Yeah,
He says that all the time. He says that all the time.
You gotta do it for passion, because at the end of the day, if you doing this thing right here for money, and then you get another opportunity to get more money doing something else, you're gonna leave that shit. So it can't just be for the money. Like, if you doing, like, it being a barber, like, that shit might be stressful. That you might be standing on your leg, your feet all day. Your back might hurt. Your shoulders might hurt. But you love doing that shit. You love making somebody look fly. Yeah. And that's what gets you through it, because you love it. Because like barbers, y'all make good money, but it ain't y'all ain't gonna be no millionaire of doing it unless you get like a celebrity client or something. But y'all doing it because y'all love doing it. That's just y'all craft. Y'all y'all perfecting it. You enjoy. Making somebody coming to you for a wedding, somebody coming, they coming to you, they life is in your hands.
That's a fact.
Because they going to this event and they can't look like shit at this event. So their life is in your, so y'all enjoy it. It's not for the money. So my advice to anybody that's trying to do something in their life, do it if you love it. If you love it, pursue it, and don't let nobody ever deter you from your dreams or your goals, because your goals are your goals, and another person is never gonna believe or understand your vision how you will. You get what I'm saying?
This guy's a real burger.
Another person can't fathom what you dreamed about. And another person not going to be as excited about what you excited about, because they just don't get it. And you can't even be mad at them for not getting it. You just gotta stay your course. I got a tattoo on my arm that say "Enjoy the journey." Like, you really got to enjoy the journey, because everything in life is going to be ups and downs. There ain't nothing going to always be great and always be good. So you got to enjoy the losses just as much as you enjoy the wins.
It's a fact.
So, that's a great way to end the shit.
That's a fact.
That's word.
Enjoy the losses just as much as you enjoy the wins.
For coming on here.
Nah, you did it. Yo, that shit was fun. That shit was dope. We appreciate you so much, bro.
Thank y'all for even like considering me to be a guest on the show. Like,
come on, man.
Like, it don't matter. My grandmother told me, like, always, like, be humble. So it don't matter whose son I am, or like how many people know me or what I do. Like, you always gotta like put that humble. Keep yourself humble. Don't let nobody else humble you. Because when somebody else humble you, that shit might cost you your life.
That's a fact.
So if you humble yourself, you in control of everything.
So
be humble or get humble.
So just even off the fact that y'all consider me as a guest, I want to thank y'all, because I definitely love like talking and like getting my points and shit out there in the cross. So thank y'all for even considering me.
Yo, you got when you get your next project, you gotta come back on here.
That's a fact.
Definitely, y'all home team, y'all my backyard, man. Like, come on, man.
That's a fact.
You already know.
Live from Barbaceuticals, the Thanks for Asking podcast show. We out.
That's right.
That's right. Get word.